Hello, welcome back to Yoga with Paige. Today's practice is all about the feet, the ankles, and the calves. So this is perfect for athletes, runners, anyone who's on their feet all day, healthcare professionals, teachers, service industry, you name it. If you'd like to have a block handy, you might want to have one of those. Some of these poses can be a little bit intense if we're not used to being on our toes a lot. We do use our toes a ton. So whenever you're ready, grab your mat and a block if needed, and let's get started. So we start today's practice off already on our toes in a nice toe stand here. Might want to wiggle out the pinky toes a little bit so we can really feel it in all of the toes. If this is too much for you, if this is too intense, you can always come onto the hands to relieve some of the pressure or rock back and forth a little. But if we're here on our toes, inhale the arms up above the head. Exhale to twist, taking the left hand to the right knee. Maybe wiggling a little bit on our toes, the balls of the feet. We're here for a few breaths in this toe stand. Inhale the arms back above the head, reaching up. And exhale to twist to the other side. Can always reach back to deepen the sensation. Reach forward to lessen. And exhale to come through center. Untucking the toes, that feels good. Coming onto the tops of the feet. This one, just make sure we're finding what feels good. So reaching the hands back, fingers pointing towards the toes. We're going to be lifting the knees up onto the feet. So if we're here and we feel it here, that's fine. If we need to go maybe up a lot, it depends on ankle mobility. Again, how much we are using our feet. We can bend the arms. The arms are just kind of here to stabilize us. We are just working through the tops of the feet. So when you think of stretching out the feet, you probably think of just the bottoms, right? But no, we're getting an all over stretch. So just working through this a few times. Maybe holding here for a breath. And gently release. Coming onto all fours, maybe rolling the ankles out a little bit. Making our way to tabletop. Onto the tops of the feet, grounding through the fingers. Inhale, dropping the belly, lifting the gaze. Exhale, rounding through the back, pressing into the tops of the feet. Taking one more cat-cow. Exhale. Finding our static tabletop position, extending the right leg onto the toes, reaching the heel back, really pressing into the ball of the foot, trying to reach the heel to the mat, getting a great calf stretch. Inhale, exhale, press a little bit deeper. And taking that leg over to the left side, rocking onto the ball of the foot, maybe coming even onto the tippies of the toes. Really stretching through the whole foot. A few gentle rocks. Before coming back, taking it back to tabletop, walking the fingers out, tucking the toes, and sending the hips up, downward facing dog. Pedaling out the feet here for a few seconds. Clawing through the fingertips, biceps, ears in between the biceps. And finding our static downward facing dog, gazing at the hands, bending the knees very generously, coming onto the balls of the feet and the toes, pressing into the mat, holding here. Exhale, send the hips back up. Pedaling out the feet, warming up both of the calves. Doing that one more time, bending the knees, coming onto the balls of the feet, gazing at the hands. Exhale to straighten. Walking up to the front of the mat very slow, with control, walking through all parts of the feet. So starting with the heel, ball, toe. Heel, ball, toe. Heel, ball, toe. See what that feels like. Maybe we have to lift up onto the fingers. Heel, ball, toe. Really paying attention to our feet today. We don't give them enough love on the day-to-day. And folding over. Planting the right hand, reaching the left up, and bending the right knee to revolve. Taking one breath here. And on the exhale, sweeping that arm around to switch, bending the left knee, peeling the right arm up. Reaching back around, inhale to halfway lift, extending through the crown of the head, and exhale, we are going to step the left foot back into warrior one, so turning, finding our distance here, turning that left foot about 45 degrees, grounding through the outer edge of the foot, squaring the hips, inhaling the arms above the head. Pressing into that back foot. Inhale. And exhale, opening to warrior two. Gazing over the front fingertips. Sinking into the hip. Finding a nice deep lunge here. We're going to come into a side lunge, Skandasana. So straightening the front leg, bending the left, turning the toes out to face the back of the mat, lifting the right toes, coming into this side lunge. We can lift up onto the toes, really flexing that right foot. And we can either use the hands to help us, or we can lift the hips and switch sides, flexing the left foot. Taking a breath here. And turning to face the front of the mat, dropping the knee, taking the right knee back to meet the left, so we're back in tabletop position. Spreading the fingers wide. We're going to neutralize the spine with a little cat-cow. Inhale and exhale. Coming back into tabletop, extending the left leg, reaching that heel back and down. Breathing. Feeling the calf, all the muscles in the calf, lengthening and stretching. And taking that leg over to the side for a twist, rocking on the foot, and the ball of the foot, tippy tops of the toes. Still feeling it in the calf here. And bringing it back around to tabletop, walking the fingertips out, tucking the toes, and back to downward facing dog, walking the dog, pedaling out the feet, left, right, Gazing at the hands. We're going to plant the left foot, maybe bringing it in a little bit so our heel's touching the mat, And bending the right knee. So we're really gonna feel this in the calf, probably going all the way up to the hamstrings. Pressing into the mat. Nice long line in the spine. And switching, grounding through the right heel, coming onto the ball of the left foot. Thinking of sending that heel through the mat, down into the mat and through, energetically through. Getting a deep stretch. One more time each side. And the right side, breathing nice and deep. And again, slowly walking up to meet the hands. Noticing what your feet feel like. Noticing the sensations going through all parts of the feet. And forward fold. Inhale to halfway lift. Planting that left foot, stepping the right back, coming into warrior one, checking our heel alignment. Inhale the arms above the head, grounding through the back edge of the foot to turn our hips. Inhale, exhale, warrior two, nice and open. Maybe we want to find a little bit more distance in the feet. And coming into our side lunge, bending the right knee. Maybe coming up onto the toes. Exhale to switch. And giving them a little wiggle. And turning to face the front of the mat. Coming up, planting the feet hip width apart. Inhaling for chair, reaching the arms above, rolling the shoulders back, sending the hips back, peeking down, making sure we can see the toes. We want to be grounding through the heels and the balls of the feet here. Inhale and exhale, shifting our weight forward, bringing the arms behind us, coming onto the toes. Finding our balance, holding here, using our breath. Inhale, plant the heels, reach the arms back up, chair pose. Exhale, one more time, airplane arms coming onto the toes. You got this. Using your core. Inhale, reach back up, chair pose. Exhale, straighten the legs, forward fold. Bending the knees, wiggling them out a little bit. Turning the toes out, scooting the heels out a little bit, bending the knees, coming into Malasana. If we'd like to have a block here, we can place a block underneath our hips if that's more comfortable. Our heels don't have to be on the mat. Finding a nice little rest here. Taking deep breaths, slowing down our breathing. And reaching the hands behind us, gently making our way to a seat, extending the legs out. Inhale, reaching the arms up, flexing the feet. Exhale to fold, Dandasana. Inhale, lifting the chest, taking the right foot into the left inner thigh, squaring off the hips. Folding over. If we can reach the foot, we can give it a little massage here. done a lot of strengthening work today. We stretch and we strengthen. Folding over a little bit more on the exhale. Saying, hello feet. Thank you for supporting me every day, all day. Inhale to switch. And folding over, giving some love to the right foot. Maybe noticing if we need to paint our toenails, if we need to take more care of our feet. They're an important, integral part of our body. We shove them in shoes all the time. We stand on them. We run on them. Inhaling to lift back up, taking the soles of the feet to the mat, and just windshield wipering the legs. They did a lot for us today too. Finding a nice little twist to end our practice here today. Evening out. And coming back up to a seat. Thank you for practicing with me today. I hope you enjoyed this video and gave some extra love to the parts that sometimes we don't pay as much attention to. Give this video a thumbs up if your feet are feeling warmed up and loved. Comment your thoughts down below. I hope you enjoyed it. Subscribe to never miss more Yoga with Paige.